All right, here we are. Unit P Review, number 8. All right, we're just going to do all of these. But the question specifically that's difficult is this and this, okay? So f of g of x. I love how you said that. That's what that means. Isn't that right, Jude?
Yes.
So we learned this in Algebra 2. If anyone's just kind of bored and paying attention, notice this is Algebra 2, straight to calculus. So what's g of x? X squared, right? So they want f of x squared, right? So for f, I take out the x and I put it in x squared. And that is f of g of x. Okay? So now the question becomes, what is my domain? What's the rule for square roots?
For domains and square roots?
What about square roots? There's an important rule. There's only 2 rules in math you need to know.
Can't divide by 0.
Can't divide by 0. Can't take the square root of a negative number. So here's what that leads you to, Jude. X squared minus 3 has to be bigger than or equal to 0. You can take the square root of 0. Okay? That's why it's greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. So x squared is greater than or equal to 3. So x has to be greater than or equal to radical 3. That's our domain. Let me check it. Let me put in a 0. It should give us a failure. Put in a 0. For x, you get a negative 3. Indeed. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is weird. Because it's squared now. So yeah, you know what happens when you square root something? That's a fact. Because think about it. When you square it, it gives you a positive.
Yeah.
So like if I put in a negative 5, it would work.
25.
Okay? So this is the domain. I apologize. It's been a little while since I've looked at that. All right, so now the question becomes, how do I write that in set notation? Well, I want you to think about it from a number line standpoint. Let me test radical 3 and negative radical 3 to make sure that they do indeed work. So if I put in a radical 3 there, I get 0. That's fine. So it's this. Well, let me change color real quick. Would you say that number line successfully represents this?
No.
Why not?
Yes. Sorry, just backwards.
It is written a little backwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is. Oh, yeah, you're right. X is less. Yeah, it can't be written as compound. That's how I should write it, right? This isn't very accurate. Cool. But the number line's right, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so look, can you ever reach infinity?
No.
Can you ever reach negative infinity?
No.
Then anytime there's an infinity sign, it'll always be next to a soft bracket.
Yeah.
So we're going to go from negative infinity to negative radical 3. Are we allowed to be negative radical 3, Jude?
Negative radical 3, yes.
So then we put a closed one there, a rigid one. Or it could go from radical 3 to infinity. So this is how you explain that in set notation for that. Okay? Boom.